Greetings, Battle Brothers. It's me, Aurelia Tempris, Defender of the Golden Throne and Servant of Humanity. It's time to paint. After a long week, we're painting. We're painting. What is playing? There's two of me? Do you still hear two of me? It's not, no, not anymore. We sure? We cool with that? 1 second, testing something. Why? That's weird. I'm looking at my desktop audio. And my desktop audio is playing back my mic, but I've not messed with that feature. I muted it, so it works. Like, it works now, but it doesn't do this on my other screens. Oh, unless... Oh, that's stupid. I figured out the problem. For some reason, in my Twitch like page that shows all my stuff, it has me unmuted for some reason. That's so weird. Why would it do that? It's always muted. I don't know why it's unmuted. Okay, we're good then. We're good then. Sorry about that. I don't know why it did that. It never does that. Like, that's always muted, and I didn't mess with that. Whatever. We fixed it. Good. Okay, guys, that was gonna bother me if I didn't figure it out, like, then and there. We were gonna have problems. We're gonna have problems, but it's okay. It's fixed now. We're gonna paint. We're gonna relax. Is my fan on? Yes. We have the fan on. We have water to drink, water to not drink, and other water. I could drink this one and it would be fine. Kind of. No, actually, I shouldn't drink this. This is a really dirty glass. This is a really dirty glass. Don't drink that. But we have the Mountain Dew Hydro Flask. So we're all good. Ah. So, how is everyone doing today on this, well, it's Friday evening for me, but I hope everyone else is having a good time. Make sure I can see YouTube better. Slide you guys over. Ta-da. You guys all doing good? Did my chat die? There we go. Okay, I was like, I was like, am I lagging? Is stuff lagging? Is everything dying now? I gotta fix everything. No, okay, good. We're good. Glad to hear we're good. Anyways, is anyone painting anything tonight? Because today I am working on my Custodes Terminators. It has been a long time since I've touched them. It's quite a while. So I'm hopefully, I don't know if I'll get them done. But we've got some highlighting we need to do today. Mostly highlighting. So we will, we'll have that. Maybe you need to feed my dogs first and I'll think about it. You should paint something. Get rid of your pile of shame. Help make it smaller day by day. You'll feel better about it. I finished painting one of my Terminator miniatures. Nice, nice. What faction? I mean, well, I guess what Legion, but this is also a Terminator, so faction is also correct. Let's see. I'm grabbing my brushes that I want today. I want all the fine brushes so that I can have a better time getting some of this detail on my minis. We'll do him last because I'm gonna have to do regular gold stuff. I am excited. I did recently get a spray can of Retributor armor, and I'm gonna see how much of a difference there is between like painting it on myself or using the spray can, because the spray can will definitely get all the areas that are supposed to be purple, but like you're kind of gonna run into that problem anyways, unless you're like really talented. Which I don't, because I'm pretty new, I don't have super good brush control. I'll be honest about that, but hey, you know what, we'll do our best. And we'll probably do this guy first. Keep these guys here, and we'll paint this one. Put that there. Okay. So, oh, I need my mixing brush. Where's my mixing brush? It's the brush I use to scoop like everything out of the pots. Have you tried using an airbrush with Retributor armor? Do they have the Citadel paints have the special oh man, I don't have one right up here. The special bottles that you can use in an airbrush, because I haven't, but the reason why I don't airbrush is that it takes like it's a whole setup for me, because I have to like get the compressor, I have to do a lot of things, and I have to like do it outside, and you know how it is, summer it's always warmer than it normally is, so trying to like take the time and set all of that stuff up, and then like if I'm gonna airbrush, well, I might as well be there like doing a ton of airbrushing, yeah, and all the cleaning up afterwards. So I really don't get into the airbrush as much unless it's like necessary, but I would kind of just prefer to not do it if I can avoid it. So yeah, there's lots of stuff that would be involved. Oh, I have to do, oh shoot, definitely not finishing these today. I'm gonna have to do shading on these spears. I just realized that I'm gonna have to do some shading, because that's just the regular gold. I don't have any. Dang it. Okay, more work. Yeah, it's worth it if you're spraying like 20 plus models, yeah, but then again, I don't have the time to do all of that stuff. I thought you could use any Citadel color to airbrush. Yeah, you definitely have to dilute it. It's just there are some that are better. So like you want something that's a lot thinner, and you'll have to, for Citadel is kind of thick, so you're gonna have to really put a decent chunk of water, or maybe even a contrast medium. So I don't know. I've never tried it, but that doesn't mean it doesn't work. I just didn't know if they had a specific one which was like, oh, you don't really have to dilute it all that much. But those suckers, oh my gosh, those nozzles clog like nobody's business, and it's really annoying. Okay. Oh, is this dried up, or is it? It's still good. Oh, there's some liquid in there. I think this is my mixture from last time. This is my shade. I hope there's enough that I can just, I guess, now I'm like trying to think about the process, because now that I know I have to do all the stuff here, like, well, do I just put the gold on this bad boy and then go through the entire process of shading it all while I have it? the things, I just haven't looked at these in a while. It might be better just to do the gold first. I'm probably gonna do that, so I guess we'll paint on. I'm almost done with this pot of Retributor armor. I hope it isn't dried up, because there's not a lot left. It's sealed, but it's probably been a couple months since I painted anything. I might be able to just put water in here and call it a day. I'll try it. We'll just do Don't yell at me because I'm gonna be pulling it directly from the pot, but it's probably gonna just be easier to deal with than trying to keep pulling color outside the pot. Oh, I forgot. Where's my gray? One second. I have like a little brush holder. One sec. Where'd I put it? I've reorganized since then. I don't know where I put stuff. Oh, is it over on my other desk? One moment. Ow. I just ran over my foot with my chair. Oy. Nope, I don't know where it is. It's fine. We'll deal with it. We'll just deal with it. Oh, please don't fall over. Please don't fall over. Okay, good. Good. All right. The chair is Horus. Am I like the Emperor because I brought it on myself? All gunked up. Just a few more. More paint in there than I thought. Okay, that should be good enough for my purposes. If it's too thick, I'll scoop some out and just put it in there. Oh, is there no music? Oh, I turned it off because I was doing troubleshooting. There you go, it's back on. I was doing troubleshooting because I was having an audio problem. Hello, hello, welcome in, welcome in. We're just hanging out here, painting some minis. I am trying to... Why do you do that, YouTube? Why YouTube? Ah, my gosh. Okay, good, we're good. Okay. Perfect. Okay, no. We're slowly getting back into it. We're slowly getting back into it. Alright. Been a while. No, it's not your fault. It's YouTube's fault, not you as YouTube viewers. It's not your fault. Okay, so we're gonna paint this guy's thing gold. Don't yell at me, I watered this down. This is watered down. I was just at the very end of the pot, and there was no point trying to make that work. I plan to water it down probably a little bit more, because I don't think it's gonna be enough. We'll use this one. But yeah, don't yell at me for that. When did I do that? When did I jack up this brush? Excuse me? Was it like that when I grabbed it? Probably. This brush has slowly been dying. There we go. There we go. Now we're ready. We'll just use this lame brush. It came with a kit. So we're just gonna use it because I don't need to be very precise for these. Don't paint the purple stuff. Not gonna kill me if I do, but my best interest not to like paint that. considering that you delicately add the water compared to Froggy just dunking the pot into the same colored water, I think you're fine. Okay, cool. Cool. I just didn't want people to yell at me who came in late. They're like, what are you doing in your paints? And I'm like, don't worry, I did. Don't worry, don't worry. Don't worry. And even then, I'm still brushing off anything that I put, like, I put a little too much on that first side, so, like, I'm coming back over here and brushing off some of this, like, little tiny spots that, like, it's really small spots where it's a little extra goopy. I'm just getting in it. Do you not have a model gripper? I do, but I don't like it. I tried it out, and what it ended up doing is that it grips the model so hard it takes off the paint. Like, I don't know if it's the spring. I'd have to look at it again, but it's so tight it took the paint off the minis. When I was pulling my, I think I painted the Femstodes last. When I pulled those off, like, the gripper, like, took off a ton of the paint. And it kind of, like, no, it super sucked because I had to go back and do it. Especially, like, the parts with, like, the skin, which were not particularly easy. So, it ended up just being really frustrating. So, I do have a gripper. I just don't want to use it. No, I did not have the model on a base because the bases were, like, super complicated. They had, like, rocks and terrain features. I don't like having the base because I can't paint the mini. Like, for example, here's a custodian I finished that I just have sitting here for the fun of it. I haven't put them on a base yet because I'm still working on the bases, but, like, I can't get in here and get this leg. You can see the leg from this angle, but you can't paint it very well like this, but you can paint it better here. So I really don't like putting models on the bases until I'm done, at least with the custodians, because they have their capes. So it's a personal preference. Just doesn't work for me in the same way, but I just hold it gently. And we go from there. But yeah, just, I thought I was really gonna like it, which is why I put it on my throne page. And then I was like, oh, it didn't work like exactly like I was hoping. But that's okay. You live and you learn. Definitely just got some of the purple stuff all gold. A flat top medicine bottle and double-sided tape. I don't have any medicine bottles. I don't have any. I'm sure I could find some, like, really cheap online somewhere, buy them off Amazon. I don't have any. I don't have any medicine bottles. Thank you for the super chat. I would use it if I had some, but I don't. Some people paint straight on the sprue. That is a little criminal, I won't lie. That's kind of criminal. Like, at least you're painting. Don't paint off the sprue. Unless it's like a really, really tiny detailed piece. Like, some of them have like little pins and clasps, or like even the knife I could see, but like, don't paint the whole mini on the sprue. That's kind of a crime, in my opinion. At least that's what Froggy and I discussed the other day. I will paint on the sprue just to annoy you. I'm not going to be annoyed, so I mean, go for it. I just think you're a criminal. I just think you're a criminal if you do that. I'm not annoyed. Just know your death will come sooner than most. I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules. You'll just have to accept it. the really, like, thinned out section. The other sections of paint that I just, like, got were, like, a lot thicker, and this one is quite thin compared to the other one. It's not Thursday, why are we oiling abs? We're not. I said we needed more. You know, we just ran out yesterday, so we need to get more. Can someone go to the store and get more of that, please? I would like to make a request. Can we get more? Because we ran out yesterday. And by we, I mean like the palace as a whole, not specifically me. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You gotta restock. We finally ran out. I was surprised. I was surprised. Did not put enough money in the budget to account for that. That's on me. I'll make sure I take care of it next time. High Lords aren't going to be happy to see the newest expense report that I had to make. You may not drink from the forbidden cup. Why? It's called forbidden. So yeah, you definitely can't drink from it. I feel like that's like common sense. Like common sense, I fear. There we go. Almost got his inner painted. Gotta do some black in the grippy grips. After that, be good. Didn't take very long. Perfect. Done. But if you tell me not to do something, I will want to do it. Well, you know what? You know what I'm gonna say? Well, then don't ask that question if you know you're gonna do it. Then why are you even asking me? See, that's the question. That is the question. I'm gonna drink some water. Those look nice. I never painted a figure like that. I do Gundam and other mech models. Oh, that's cool, Wraith King. You know, this is Warhammer. So we got plastic little dudes that commit war crimes. Don't ask about the war crimes. Okay? Can we get that out of there? I gotta get this little tab. Hey, it's only a war crime if you lose. No, I'm still pretty sure it's a war crime. Because there's definitely things that the winners did that they were like, yeah, you should not do that. Any flat top long object will do. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Thank you, Crafting Gamer. You gotta make your war crimes count. Yeah, you know, like if you're gonna commit a war crime, I don't mean this seriously, chat. I don't mean this seriously, okay? Make it count. This, oh, I did that in purple. I forgot I did that in purple for the handles. Okay, that's nice. Then I can do the purple on there. After, though. Wash first, then purple. Wait. No, I need to do purple first. Dang it. Dang it. Not gonna open the paint over the mini. That would be a terrible idea. And then sadness would occur. And then I'd just be, it would no longer be a painting stream. It's just ASMR of me crying and sobbing. screaming, crying, trying not to throw up, that sort of situation, I don't recommend it. Don't open your paint over your mini. Practice safe opening procedures. Now she has to clarify she's kidding because she knows the active military is watching. Okay, well, what are they gonna do? Stop me? I'm more concerned about the FBI. But, oh, sorry. I did not have enough time to mute myself, so you got a really loud sneeze. What are they gonna do? Find me? Find me? I'm more worried about the FBI, but they already know what I do. They already know. I'm pretty confident I'm not on a watch list or anything. Thank you, Steven. You're the only one who said bless you to me. I appreciate it. Thank you. You're so kind. Like, between you, YouTube, and Twitch chat, you were the only one who said something. Thank you. Thank you. It was very kind of you. Thank you, Steven. Gotta get the purple slightly watered down. Not too much, though. Just a little. My hands are full, but you typed this message. Even if you voice texted it, you could have still said it. I'm kidding. I'm not a stickler about that. Some people are weird about that. They'll stare at you and be like, oh. I usually say bless you anyways. I'm not like, oh, I'm not gonna tell that person bless you. No. Equal opportunity blesser. Get blessed, nerd. I hope you got all that junk out of your nose. Hope you can breathe better. Okay, that's kind of thick still. Kind of thick though. Kind of thick though. A lot of paint there. Let's get that off. No, it's okay. I'm giving you guys a hard time. You only get one no. No, that's okay. I have a friend who, oh my gosh, she sneezes and it is like, it's never one or two sneezes. She'll have like, and it's consistent, guys. It's like 7 in a row. Like, so I just wait till she's done, because at one point it was like, achoo, achoo, achoo. And then she like paused for like 5 seconds, and I say, bless you. And then it'd go back to like, achoo, achoo. And I was like, oh my gosh, there's more? How is there more? And she never does them in like 1s and 2s. It's like always like 3 or more. And usually like, she'd do like 6 or 7. I don't know. It is such a bizarre thing. I'm like, are you okay? Are you sick? But that's like her normal sneeze. Yeah, so I only do the one blessing. Typically. So yeah. The machine gun sneeze. Yeah, but it's not like it's like really quick. It's just like, it's more like a shotgun, if you think of it that way. With like the spacing between the sneezes. I would say it is more akin to a shotgun. Get them nice and purple. Nice and purple here. My dad got the supersonic sneeze. When he sneezed, everyone in town knows about it. Yeah, I mean, dads have the really big sneeze, but I have my grandma, she like has like an insanely loud sneeze. It's like she like sneezes loud like on purpose so everyone knows she's sneezing. Because I get it, sometimes you just can't control it, but like it's to the point where it's like, I'm like, okay, like I know you and I know you didn't have to do it like that. Like you just want attention now. Like, I'm like, there's no way. I know you have you're capable of being quiet. You just choose not to. You can't fool me. You can't fool me. I know better. That... I think I got everything I wanted to on this. Oh, there's this tiny section. Oh, is that gold or is that... Tiny brush. It's to the point that I fake falling out of my chair every time he sneezes. Oh gosh. Now there's two of you being dramatic. Oh no. Now there's two of you being dramatic. Get her. Get her. What just fell? It's fine. Whatever it is, it's fine. It was like a paper or something. Not just a paper, something else, but... It was quiet enough, I'm not worried about it. I was moving a bunch of things around. When I was, looking for my little brush holder. I don't know where it went. Okay, I guess important question. Of the Primarchs, which one do we think sneezes the loudest, and why? Because I could see it being Lorgar for the same reason I think my grandma sneezes loud. Because he wants the attention. And he wants people to say something. But I also want to hear who sneezes the loudest, like, normally. So that's my opinion. I think Lorgar sneezes the loudest so it gets attention, but everyone's just really annoyed by it. Just like, stop. Just stop it. Ferris Manus because he objects to anything subtle. Oh, okay. Okay, I see that. I see that. Angron would sneeze the loudest was the full force of anger. That's true. Fulgrim also isn't subtle about anything. I feel like, I still think he, like, sneezes like a Disney princess. Like... Ferris Manus is like a big abrupt sneeze. He's got the dad sneeze, whereas like Fulgrim is like, it's a little too undignified for me to sneeze because like I'm so perfect. So it'll be like sneezing like a kitten, but it'll be louder because, you know, he's a Primarch. I really like this. Looks nice. Feel a tiny bit of water for want a little. Just need a tiny bit to get this small edge. Fine. Might be a little too thick, but that's okay. Sanguinius' sneezes are very strong. He pushes out all of his power. He pushes air out of his powerful lungs to help propel him through the air. No. Wrong. Incorrect. Wrong. That's not very efficient of him, is it? Not very efficient. Oh. What is that little creature on the top right? Skitter. Skitter. Chat, show him what a skitter is. It's a Doro, but we renamed it. And it looks like me. So it's definitely not a Doro. There you go. Thank you, chat. Thank you, chat. I know it's so... that's like my favorite thing, but like, show them the skitter. Boys, show them we mean business. A slate skitter? This is a coaster that one of like my fans made for me. And I love it. I don't use it as a... I will use it as a coaster sometimes, but I like having the skitter right here. This is the old version of the skitter. We have a new one. New and improved skitter, but I like keeping this on my desk because I like it. And chat loves the skitter, so they get cranky if there's no skitter. Oh, thank you, Mr. Clean, for the super chat. Skitter. Immediately sold. Where can I get one? I didn't make this, but one of my mods, his dad did. Laminus, I don't know if your dad is taking orders. that's a you question. I don't know the answer to that. Use it as a palette. Well, okay, so it is like a slate. I wouldn't call it like the best palette material. You could do that, but it would be hard, especially like with the etched areas here. Up to you. No pressure on Dadminus. I was just like, oh, I don't know how to answer that, but you know, we can talk. I don't really care. I'm not gonna be picky about it. Hey, Aurelia, glad to catch another stream. Unfortunately, we had to remove the fan art of you at the 275 range. What? Why? Wait, why? And where was it that you had to remove it? I thought it was just like circulating around like on like your devices and that you guys are like, oh, here, look at this. Where did someone put it up somewhere? Oh my gosh. Risky Biscuit, I like that name. That's a good name. In this digital age, you have to come up with more and more clever usernames that aren't gonna get taken. What? Skitter would be a good plushie idea. I know. I've thought about it. I have come to realize that my chat won't want plushies of me. They'll want plushies of Skitter. That's just how it's gonna be. It was on the side of our barracks. Risky Biscuit. I have a couple questions. First off, do you have a picture? If you have a picture, do you have a Discord or a Twitter? If you have either, if you have a Discord, join the Discord. If you have a Twitter, I want you to post it because I need to see this. I need to see this. Whatever this was. I need to see this. Well, no, I know it's gone, but if a picture was taken in advance, I'm so dead curious. What? Look. Okay. Custodian lady has a Discord. Yes, I will, look. Put that in there. There you go. There's the Discord. If you're in Discord, get it. And then talk to one of my moderators. They're usually, their names are in the gold. I think a chunk of them are online right now. Reach out to them. I want to see this. If you have a picture, if you happen to have a picture, I would like to see it. I am so curious. Because I learned a little bit. I didn't get to sit down and like read the whole thing. But I got to. Ooh. Goodness. Yeah. I hope you guys are doing well. Are you McPidge or are you another person? Are you a McPidge? Are you from YouTube or are you another person? From the 275 Rangers. Oh my gosh. Mods, inform me if you know if you get anything, mods, tell me. Oh my gosh. Man, if I'm being teased, I'm gonna be a little sad about it, I won't lie. Oh wait, I was gonna do more purple. What am I doing? I'm so pretty today. I'm so pretty today. We're all waiting in anticipation. Maybe not all of us. I am. I am. Okay. We're gonna do more purple while I wait. While I wait. I eagerly await more information. I can and will be patient. So it's hard sometimes. I'm so like curious because I don't know how many of you are like actually part of it, or how are you just messing with me? Like I'm like really curious of like how many people are messing with me. Because I want to know. I think you probably use, I was talking to a friend. You probably had another homie from our company was on your YouTube channel, but I'm asking him for the photo of the fan art as we speak. Thank you, Risky Biscuit. Man, I hope you guys aren't just jacking with me. It would be kind of funny. I won't lie, it would be a little funny, but like, I'm so curious, and I feel pretty confident that it's related to Chroma's art, because Chroma has like. Okay, this is gonna sound weird, but Chroma's got like a really cool style that like lends itself to like propaganda style posters like really well. Oh my gosh. Dude, this is so cool. Okay. Painting more, painting. Oh, I'm just punching my mic. Sorry about that. Just punching my mic. Don't worry about what's shaking. We are painting some custodians. I haven't like touched these in a hot minute. Because I've been working on other mini projects. So we're finally gonna get to these. Enjoy the painting, Golden Lady. You've earned yourself a sub. Oh no, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. Thank you, though. I appreciate it. We're just chilling here. We're just here to have a good time. Yes, sorry. I said 275 and I didn't clarify. Thank you, Dino Fan. 2nd Ranger Battalion of the 75th Ranger Regiment. I want to make sure I say it right. I did a brief read last night. I intended to go more in detail over it. I believe... Oh my gosh, you did subscribe. Oh my gosh, thank you. You didn't have to do that, man. You just hang out here. You just hang out here. Appreciate it. Let me pull up the page. I don't want to say it wrong. I think this Rangers regiment was at Omaha Beach. One moment. Let me make sure I said that right. I don't know a lot about military stuff, so just... Yeah, cut me a little bit of slack. Yes, Omaha Beach suffered 96% casualties, with just 2 men making it off the beaches, according to Wikipedia. I'm assuming I have the right one pulled up. 2nd Ranger Battalion, yep. Nah, that's pretty cool. And then let's see... It has some other places where they've been deployed. It's pretty cool. Oh, what operation? There was another one that I was like, oh, that's kind of well known. Yeah. For those of you, I haven't seen Saving Private Ryan, but I want to. I've been meaning to, but I haven't done it yet. Yes. Let's see, what was another one that I was like, oh yeah, I recognize that. Which one is it? Any case, I was doing a little snooping. Not a ton of snooping. Not a ton of snooping, but I was just hanging out. That movie came out in 1998. I know. I mean, I know it's a really good movie and it's like a classic. So there's that. So I just haven't seen it. I didn't watch too many war-esque movies when I was younger. It's only been like kind of like a recent thing of mine. And even then, I can't say it's too terribly many. Looks like the boss has new fans. They got a new fan of the boss. Yeah. And you guys are like, oh, okay. You know, forgive me if I like mess this up. But like, I was reading through a few things, and you guys are kind of like, if you're a Warhammer nerd, like, you know, if you know, you know. You guys are kind of like the Tempestuous Scions. That was like, you know, that was like my take, because like I said, I don't know too much, but that was like the vibe I got from you guys. So there you go. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I like the Tempestuous Scions. Like, they're really neat, and they're kind of like, they're kind of pseudo the inspiration for my Tempris Auxilia, the fan made like guard regiment that a couple of my viewers put together. It's really cool. So I was like, oh my gosh, you guys are cool. So yes, I guess you could say you have a fan. It sounds a little goofy, I won't lie. It sounds a little goofy. How's my day? Oh, my day's good. My day is good. We're just hanging out. I thought it was you thought they were a sports team? Oh, no, they're not a sports team. If you want to call, like, war a sport, I wouldn't do that, though. I wouldn't do that. Let's see. Good morning, good morning. It's good evening for me, but good morning to you, Wobbly. Hey, I don't want to use too much on this. Unfortunately, my fellow ranger was unable to get a pick, but take... Oh no, stop it, please stop. No. No. Thank you for the bits. Like, you do not need to give me anything. I'm just happy to hang out. What did it look like? What did it look like? But please, you know, you guys just can hang out here. I don't need the bits. Don't worry about the blood games. Don't even worry about that. I want to know what piece it was, cuz there's a couple that I think would look really cool. I want to know more details. Don't worry about the blood games. No, we're just hanging out here. We're hanging out here. We just want the good vibes and just a chill day. Stop it. Shadow, stop. Thank you for the bits, but stop. Stop. We're just chilling here today. This brush is not cutting it. This brush is not cutting it today. That's a full story. I have like so many questions. I'm just trying to be like so chill about it, but I'm not being very chill. Is the tiny pot some kind of ink? Oh yes. So yeah, let me clarify. This is a shader. I got a little tiny pot so I could hold like my shades. This has like some, it's a mixture of 2 shades. What is it? What did I put in here? I think I put in Earth Shade and a tiny bit of Wildwood and then some contrast medium. Speaking of brushes, I bought a set of 16. I can literally use like 4 of them. Yeah. You really just want the really fine ones. I use some of the bigger ones for like if I need to like scoop paint out of a pot. It's a lot easier that way. Yeah, I use this as like a wash. It's a shader, but this brush just isn't doing it. I don't know. I might need to add more contrast to it because it's kind of thick because I haven't used it in a while. Find a better brush for this. This one's probably better. You just look. Is that too thick? Oh, that is kind of thick. That's way thicker than I thought it was going to be. More water. Any tips for those attempting to paint Custodes? Oh, this is my first bits, like, kind of like painting custodians. I like Retributor armor as a gold. I think it's like the best gold you can do. And I'm not just like, you know, being a shill for Citadel paints and all that stuff. I just really like the way the color looks. Like, you kind of see here, like, this is after I have a tiny bit of shader on it, but like, it's just so bright. Use a nice shader, and then you'll want a nice, like, thin, like a nice thin brush for the highlight. So that is my recommendation so far, but I am by no means a like professional painter. Oh, actually, here's a good example. That's without the shade. Here's with the shade, and you can see like how the color kind of got reddish there. Do you have an airbrush? I have an airbrush, but I don't really use it all that often. Yeah, the colors aren't completely accurate. I tried to get it close. And my camera's not really good at focusing at things up close. Even if I like put my hand behind it, it gets kind of lame. But yeah. Pretty dried out so fast. It wasn't even on my brush for very long. And then just shading, you just got to go quickly. We're just gonna shade the whole thing so we can get all that color in there. And keep moving the color around, because if you don't move it around enough, it'll sit in certain spots you might not want it to be. What host are you? I'm doing a shield host. I wanted to have like a Custodes army that like was my color of my model. I like the gold and the purple. I didn't think I'd like the combination at first, and then I was like, shield host is like right up my alley. It's like exactly like my vibe. Oh, Shadow, thank you so much for the gifted sub to Cold Dawn. Are you keeping the hype train up? Is that why? Thank you, I appreciate it. This down here. Oh, it did. Wait, no. Wait, what do you mean no? It saved it. It saved it. It saved the hype train. It got it. There we go. I think I got all these areas. Oh, you're being cheeky? Oh, okay. I'm just very pretty then. I like Retributor armor followed by Fire Slayer flesh. Oh, yeah. Okay, I've not used that, so I don't know what color it turns out, but I like kind of the slight like reddish tint that I get from this shader, because like, so I've done a couple things to this. So this is gives me kind of like a reddish, and sometimes a little bit like because I added wildwood, it gives like a little bit more of an antique look. I still got to keep going. I probably needed to go deeper on the wash, because this is what it looks like after it's dried. It's a lot more of like an antique color. Yeah. Oh, hey, Lore Master Sotek. Thank you for resubscribing, man. Life's been treating me A-okay. A-okay. We're just painting some Custodes, talking about fan art, and that's really kind of been it. Well, thank you so much. I hope you're doing well, too. I know we got to get back into Total War since we've both been all over the place, so whenever we want to do that, we can schedule something. It's not gonna dry the way I want it to. I'm a little nervous about that, but okay. I've used lots of gold paints. Retributor gold still holds well. Okay, good. Good. I still like it. I'm a huge fan. I guess maybe it's because I diluted it too much with the water. That might be a problem. Or I didn't put enough on it. That could also be a problem. Ah! Our previous campaign, I suspect, is totally nuked after the big item patch. No! Oh no! Okay. It's okay, I'm gonna be fine. Dang, that really sucks. Starting from scratch is not gonna be very fun. But it's okay, we'll figure it out. I'll survive. It's fine. It's fine. I'll survive. I'll do it. Water and awesome. Oh, maybe that did too much. Oops. Ever thought about giving Battlefleet Gothic a try in future? Yeah, because I like doing Warhammer stuff, but I'm not opposed to, like, getting into some other games, too. I'm just kind of mainly focused on the Warhammer. I started, like, learning about it, like, 2 years ago. I got really into it. It was actually recently, I haven't read any books, like, within the past couple weeks, because I've been real busy. But I have, like, read 50 Warhammer books. Like, up until this point. Like, ever since I, like, started the whole thing. So I'm pretty happy with that. Like, that's a lot of books, considering they have, like, what, almost 400 at this point? Battlefleet Gothic is a Warhammer game. Oh, oops. Shows what I know. Not much of a video game fan either. I said that and I was like, is it a Warhammer game? I'm like, I actually don't know. They'll tell me. They'll tell me. Maybe. Perhaps. There's so many Warhammer games. And I am not an expert at the video games. So, I'll probably give it a shot eventually. Sorry about that. Most of the ones about the heresy, yeah, I like 30k more than I like 40k. Because I think the characters of the Primarchs are, like, interesting. And kind of, like, analyzing them and, like, learning about, like, the fall and the traitors. It's kind of cool. So that's kind of what I've focused on more, if I'm being 100% honest. But I do like 40k too. So I need to read some, I told Tactica Imperialis that I would read some Tau novels. So I got recommendations. I just need to, like, sit down and take the time to, like, read them. What Fallen, huh? The Fallen? You know anything about the Fallen? Suspicious. There we go. Oh. There you go. It isn't an Aurelia stream if I don't yawn at least, like, a little bit. We're gonna put more of this on here. It just... I think I used... the paint was a little too thick. And I didn't use enough here. It got more red than I wanted it to be, which isn't a big deal. You just want it more... antique. I don't think I'll be able to get away from it, though. Now that's too dark. Oops! I guess we'll just have to deal with it. Let's try to get off what we can. Oh yes, I will hydrate. Give me 1 second. I will lap the paint water off the desk. Don't you worry, I'll lap that all up. It is more antique, but it's definitely a darker gold than I wanted. That's okay. If the standard looks a little darker, it's not a big deal. You learned much from Froggy, I see. I have not ever once had a sip of paint water. So, I would say I'm doing alright. Would say I'm doing alright. That's why I put it in this absurdly small cup. There's no way I'm drinking out of this on accident. Looks like forbidden coffee. You could say that, but it's very gold, like when I do that. You see the metallic? Always drink the shiny coffee? Ah, I disagree. Disagree. You know, I'm not really a coffee kind of gal, so I hate to disappoint. We did the... Oh, we gotta do the purple dots on that. Why are we talking about paint water? I mean, we always talk about paint water to some extent whenever I stream. You can pay extra for the gold flake in your latte. Nice. That's... I love to pay, like, extra money for an already very expensive beverage. Man, I love feeling so rich that I ask for gold in my coffee. I simply can't live without it. Purple. Purple. Let's not drink that. You can't tell me what to do. I'm kidding. Yeah, don't do that. Don't drink that. You know, just an idea. Just an idea. We're gonna get these little stones that are on here. I won't lie, this really, like, oval one right here looks very much like an Eldar, like, spirit stone. Like, look at that. I'm sorry. I mean, my paint messed up a tiny bit, but, like, it kind of looks like an Eldar, like, spirit stone. Tell me I'm wrong. Who said it isn't one? Oh, good point. Okay, theory. What if it's from one of the Harlequins that broke into the Imperial Palace? And then they're like, well, now from now on, that's gonna be a reminder. Don't mess with us. Don't mess with us. Ah, shoot. I just messed that up. I got the purple in there. Ugh. Fix it. Fix it. Oh, I didn't get the purple all the way. Come back for that too. Aurelia, do you know how many times the Eldar have broken into the Imperial Palace? No, I don't know how many times, actually. Once? I feel like after once, the custodians would, like, step up their game. That's just me, though. That's just me. It's almost like there's a webway gate inside the palace itself. Imagine that. Imagine. Getting this little stone is difficult. I don't know how professional painters do it. Probably have more tools than me. Big magnifying glasses. That's good, and then I just have 2 on the back. Were the Blood Ravens involved? I don't know. They could have been involved. I doubt they were involved in the Harlequins breaking it. But they've probably come back to the palace to maybe, you know, take a few things. Or no. They just like to hold on to things. Just for safekeeping. Don't worry about it. Don't think about it too much either. Three times if you count that. No, if they let someone in, that's the same as them, like, that's not the same as them breaking in. That's not the same. You don't count that. There. Okay. Got it. Got the little purple bit. I like just the lore chat going on in YouTube. They're just going back and forth. I'm like, yeah, you guys talk about that. Talking about the Emperor being a god. That's a whole thing. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is this. Get my Skull Crusher brass. So what we're gonna do next is that we are going to touch up the areas that have like large patches, and we're gonna brighten those up. But this is not highlighting, we're just brightening up some of the areas. This is the same method I used to paint my Sanguinius, and I liked how it turned out. Because I've tried doing, Retributor armor with like Reikland Flesh Shade. It turned really red, and then you do like a silver like Stormcast brush. Dry brush, and I just didn't like how it turned out. They look too silver to me. And I want my custodians to be more gold. So like, I'm going with this method instead. What acrylic gold paint? My absolute favorite is Retributor armor. It is such a beautiful gold. I love it dearly. I don't know if I'll ever have like another gold that I like more, unless it's like a special situation where like some model or hobby company wants to be like, can we name a color after you? Risky Biscuit, thank you again for the bits. Our good news, another brother has captured a photo of your fan art and will upload to the Discord accordingly. Okay, there's a channel, it's called Aurelia Art. They can put it there, or they can put it in general. I don't care, I'm just excited. I'm just excited. I was telling my friend about this last night, and I was like, oh man, this is so cool. So like, I'm now like, I'm excited. You can't see it, but I'm like, I'm dancing. I'm dancing a little bit. Thank you so much. I hope things are going well at Fort Lewis, Washington, right? I've been up to Washington before, and it's really nice in the summers. Let's see, when was I there last? Man, it's been a while. I think I was there in July, and I got some really nice sunny days. It was very nice, at least in Seattle specifically. Very nice. Okay, now we are gonna do the spots that need a little bit of brightening. So for example, one spot is gonna be like right here. Right here. You'll see where I put the paintbrush. And this is just gonna brighten up the area. Because I don't think I did this last time. And you don't do it on every patch, but like you can see the difference between here. Let me hold it and look at it while I look at that side right here versus this side. You see that pop more. So it's more gold and it shines better. So this is one of the reasons why I like to do this process. It takes a little longer, but I like seeing that gold really pop out. Because if you're just doing highlights and you did like a silvery kind of highlight, it'll end up looking like more silver than you want it to. And there you can see the gold pops a bit better. I'm waiting for my first set of minis to show up. I'm doing a diorama, the sniper team. Ooh, you're gonna do some kit bashing? Where'd you get the minis from? Are they GW minis? Did you get minis from like elsewhere? Tell me about your minis. I've never done a diorama, but they look so cool. Maybe one day I'll be able to like pull it off. I just don't know if today is that day. So I can see some areas on my mini that I've already done this gold on, but I didn't do it in some places, like, or it didn't like turn out as bright as I wanted. Oh, I want some color on his armor. One second. Okay. I found a mini on eBay that was a pretty old model. Somebody kit bashed a dude shouldering an autocannon with a chop barrel. Ooh. Okay, that's neat though. That's really neat. I joined the Discord now just to make it so I never get a notification because I hate the red dot. You know, I completely understand. I'm in other servers and I'm like, oh my gosh, notifications. Especially, I don't know if you've updated like on your computer, like Windows 11. Oh my gosh. Windows 11 will like constantly, if it's a server I've like turned off notifications for, it'll be like, you still have a notification. And I'm like, I'm trying to talk to my friends. I don't want server notifications all the time. So yeah, no, I can't blame you for that. That kind of sucks. That's more where I'll do highlight. Okay. I just wanted to add a little bit of brightness to this guy because I felt like his chest plate was like lacking in some spots. So he's still kind of dull right now, but we're gonna go back over and we're gonna do a lot of like highlighting because I did some of this before. I got some GW minis to start with. Ooh, okay, okay. This is a good plan. Sometimes the GW minis are like really cool. I was honestly thinking today, I have an Eldar mini that I have for a goal. It was for a subathon, and I need to paint it. And I thought about, oh, what if I busted it out today and started working on it? Then I said, no, I advertised the Custodes. Also, could we construct a replica of your model at our base in your honor to replace the lost fan art? Of course. You can do whatever you want, man. Go for it. If you do, I want to see a picture, and I want to know, actually, I guess the first question is, how are you going to do that? How are you going to do that and not get it taken down? And I wish you the best of luck, cuz this is armor. This is armor. But you know, best of luck. I'm very curious as to how you guys will manage it, but if Vulcan is the best Primarch, I honestly no, I can't agree with you on that. Sanguinius is the best Primarch. He is the bestest boy, but Vulcan is up there. He's up there on my list. I just can't endorse Vulcan being the best. I wish I could paint with confidence. Here's the thing, Tin Can. You think I'm confident right now? I'm not. Fake it till you make it. I have not painted too many minis. Like, I've painted like less than 10. I'll be 100% honest. I painted less than 10. I just found a recipe I liked. I liked the way certain things looked, and I was like, you know what? I like the way this looks, and let's go for it. Is it like the nicest mini you'll ever see? No. It's just a mini, but all it takes is just a little bit of practice, and you will get better over time. And if you try to learn new skills, like, it'll take a little bit of time to get there, but you will get there eventually. Aurelia is painting until someone yells at her about doing it wrong, then she'll shut down and internalize the pain. Mods, get that guy. Get that guy. That was a little too close to home. Get out of here. Get out of my head. Get out of my head. Get out of here. Get him, mods. Someone take that moderator out. What the heck? I didn't need that. He's a mod. You can't do anything. Are you sure? Can you actually not? Can mods not do mod on mod violence? No mod on mod violence. Wow. Dang. Okay. Why'd you say that? You just put me out there like that, man. I wasn't expecting that on a stream today. You may be in my walls, but I'm in your head. Apparently. What the heck, man? What the heck? I was not expecting that. I wasn't expecting to get called out, and I just got called out. Oh my gosh. I'm in this picture and I don't like it, man. Oh my gosh. What the heck? What the heck, bro? I'm kind of reeling from that. Like, you're right. You're right. I mean, I just wasn't expecting anyone to, like, vocalize that. You're 100% right. That is exactly how it would go, but sir, I was a little too accurate. I'm gonna need you to take a step back there. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna, like, send that to my friend. My friend's gonna be like, yep, they got you. I don't even need to. I know what they're gonna say. And they're like, yep. Yep. Okay, good. Definitely get permission before you make the model. If you would like, I will make a video saying I support you guys, and you guys have my permission. If you think that will help, I'll record something, and I will like say I give you guys permission if you guys think that will help you. If you don't think so, then we won't do that, of course. But you know, I'm willing to help. I'm willing to help. I'm so invested. I'm so invested in this. Oh my gosh. Someone needs to take care of that mod. Aurelia is about to be added in military history. That would be kind of sick though. Cause I've heard stories and I've seen pictures of like anime girls. They're like now like the pinup girls. But I mean, kind of how sick would that be though? That's so cool. Honestly, if that ever happens, I've peaked. I've peaked. There's no more. There's no more. We can't get any better than that, in my opinion. That's probably not true, but like that would be honestly. I'd always be like, I retire. I'm done. We've done so much. That would be. Oh my gosh. Anyways, that would be awesome. Peak Aurelia. Yeah, I feel like after a moment like that, it's like you gotta retire. Well, I'm never gonna be that cool. That's counterintuitive. Retire after that. Can't retire. A decent milestone. Just decent. I was touched when someone was working on one of their like aircraft models. It's like a troop transport, and they painted me on their model of their troop transport, and I was so touched. I keep that picture. Let me see if I have it. I think I have it on my computer. I'm gonna put it over here so my face is still tracking. Artwork. I save every, oh, I need to save some other ones, but I like save every bit of art that gets made of me. I save it. Not every bit. There might be some out there that I've missed, but I try to get all of it. Where is it? Here it is. Pardon me. Let me get this one. Okay, I'm pulling it up. Take it. Give me a second. Artwork. Here. I think I've put it up a couple times, but it's just really cool. One sec. Did I save? I think the person's name was Neon. I think I saved their name when I saved the picture. There. See? It looks so cool. Like, I don't know. That made me very happy. And this says at the bottom, Queen in Gold. Honestly, very nice. Very tasteful. So I was geeked out when that happened. That was like over a year ago now. I was so geeked out. I have to find it in the server because that made me so happy. I saved it. I loved it. Wait, is it saved in the date? I might have saved the date with it. 2024. Oh, was it actually in December of last year? That's what the date implies. Sorry. We all need an Aurelia poster. Don't worry, guys. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. There are plans. There are absolutely plans for there's absolutely plans for posters and all the fun stuff. I promise. It's in the works. I've actually been trying to get things done for a while now, but I've been hitting a lot of like walls, but I think I've finally made some headway on it. Yeah. So I've made some headway because I've been trying for a while. I hope you guys know I've been working on it for a little bit, and I've been trying a couple different things. So don't worry. Is not something I don't recognize. But we're getting there. We're getting there. It will be done. Because heck, I want my own merch. Even if none of you get merch, I will 100%, like, I will get my own merch. I am very excited. Very excited. I have ideas. It's gonna be great. How about an Aurelia and Froggy mini calendar? Oh gosh, that means I'd actually have to paint more minis. And it'd have to be more than like just custodians. You're like, oh, like it's just a custodian. And then the next one's like, oh, it's another custodian. Oh, there's sanguinius, but it's gold. Have the merch gates open? No, not yet, but keep your eyes peeled. I will definitely inform all of you. There will be a big announcement and all that stuff. So trust me, it's ongoing. I should make recruitment posters where Aurelia needs you or the Emperor needs you. I probably couldn't do the Emperor needs you because that hits some GW things that probably would get me in trouble. But I think I could get away with a few other things. Which is part of the whole process, because I focus a lot on Warhammer and other, like, nerdy things. But, I would love to buy a mini or Warhammer scale of your model. Oh, thanks, Squigs, man. Look, that's also a work in progress. That one is taking way more time than I thought. It's gonna be, like, a while. I had someone that I was gonna go with for, first off, I had an issue. I had an issue with a previous person that designed the model, and then I had someone else lined up, and then they said some stuff. I did not like the vibe. I did not like the vibe, and I'm like, well, I don't know if this is a good idea. So, yeah. Kind of ghosted them. I feel a little bad about it, but like, it was It felt like it was gonna be a one-sided relationship, and I was not about to mess with that. I was not willing to risk that. So we're back to the drawing board on that one. That's okay. That is okay. Can I drink the cup of paint water? No, you may not. You may not. Yeah, it's hard to articulate, and I don't want to get into it without, like, you know... I don't want to get into it too much. It was just like, this isn't... No, this isn't it. But it looks yummy. No, it doesn't. It's just... It's brown. That is not, like, yummy. But I know I'm not a coffee drinker, so there's that. Hot chocolate. I don't like chocolate either. I don't really like chocolate. Hot chocolate. Let's see. Have I had hot chocolate since I've kind of gotten back into like my chocolate? I wouldn't call it my chocolate era, but since I started trying and eating chocolate again. No, I haven't. The spicy water. The spicy water. Oh, this is. I was like, hot chocolate and coffee being the spicy water? I'm so confused. Okay, I think I didn't get his spear. I think I need to get his more, too. Dr. Pepper is barbecue water. What? Can you elaborate on that? Can you elaborate on barbecue water? 23 flavors. But what does 23 flavors have to do with the barbecue? Like barbecue sauce? Is that usually how they're advertised? Like they're like 5 flavors combined? Wait a second. Wait a second. Barbecue sauce. Buy. I'm looking at the bottles. I'm looking for something that says like... Like maybe I've seen a couple flavors in one, but I'm not seeing any bottles that are like, oh, this one is like the... This one like has 50 million flavors in it. Oh, we're gonna get this guy all done. There is Dr. Pepper barbecue sauce, is there? I know there's Dr. Pepper baked, is it baked beans? Like Dr. Pepper can of beans, which caught me off guard, but apparently it's really good. I've never had it though, so you know. Consume at your own discretion. Seen as Dr. Pepper uses a base for barbecue sauce. Interesting. I've had my parents make Dr. Pepper brownies before, and they haven't been bad. I just wasn't expecting as a barbecue sauce. Is it because it's got that kind of sweet, tangy taste? Dr. Pepper? Dr. Pepper Peeps are suspiciously accurate to taste? Really? I loved Peeps as a kid. I don't know as an adult if that's how it is. But, huh. Dr. Pepper Peeps. They have really good Rice Krispies Peeps. Those were pretty accurate. I was a bit surprised there too. But it's easier when Rice Krispies have a marshmallow base. So I guess I shouldn't have been too surprised. Slow cook a roast in a Dr. Pepper. I don't know about that one. I wouldn't want to damage the roast because I like meat. I am quite fond of it. And I don't want to go so far as say it ruins my day. Like if I have a steak or a burger and it's like too done. Like I want to say it ruins my day, but I'm definitely sad about it. because I am steak and potatoes girly. I love the flavor that a nice good meat brings. That sounds weird, but that's how I feel about it. That's just how I feel about it. What? Why are we saying repent? I didn't do anything. Huh? Huh? I don't know. I didn't do anything wrong, so I'm just gonna keep painting my mini. The spear doesn't look like the way I want it to. But I think if I add highlight, it'll be fine. Oh yeah, the auto mod caught that, and then I didn't click on it to say, oh no, that's okay, auto mod, don't worry about it. The auto mod was very confused. It doesn't know that drinking in the past tense is not bad. Using maple chips to smoke the brisket gives it a nice smoky flavor. Oh man. My dad has like a friend from college that like that he used to like smoke all the meats for our family, but like they moved away, and I'm so sad because like the deal was if my dad bought the meat, his friend would smoke it, and it was a really good deal because at living under their roof, I didn't have to pay for it. It was awesome. And then now I'm like, oh, I can't get anything smoked now because I don't know how to do it, and it's such a time-consuming process. You could get your parents a smoker, but they would see right through that. They would see right through that, and they'd look at me. Oh, sorry. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. That was so weird. I was yawning, and then just air escaped out of my mouth. It wasn't like a burp, but like it was like, oh my gosh, sorry. I was just yawning. No, they would totally use it. It's just like the implication of me giving it to them is like, well, if I'm giving this to you, but I guess the deal is if I bought the meat. Anyways, when my dad goes to the store, he texts me. He's like, "Hey, do you want anything? I'm going to like the big grocery store. You need anything?" Ooh, excuse me. All right, ouch. So that's really nice, and then I'll just like pay him back if I hadn't done so. Like I'll be like, "Okay, thanks. Get me this, this, and this," because he'll get it like in bulk for me. Because I don't really have any memberships. I don't have like a use for them. Hi, McPage. I was just talking to one of your colleagues, brothers, and they were saying that as well, that it had to be taken down. But you didn't say it was like that. It was up somewhere. Apparently a picture is going to be posted in the Discord. Because you guys found a picture of it, and I'm eagerly awaiting to see it. It's no. Waiting. I'm waiting. I can't wait. I'm so excited. Because I'm so curious. I'm gonna put it up on the stream too. So I heard it got taken down. Who got mad about it? Tell me, what's the drama? What's the tea? Who, no, actually, I shouldn't say that. Definitely a military officer, or probably anyone from the military, could probably take me out fairly easily. I should not start anything. I should not start anything. But who has a problem with me? Gotta go to work. Good luck with the stream. Thank you. Thank you, One True Gamer. Good. Good. He called me out earlier. Called me out earlier. It's one of my mods, so I guess that's par for the course. I shouldn't be surprised. I shouldn't be surprised. Okay, I'm just gonna mix this. So this is what I use for my highlight. I mix Rune Fang Steel and Rune Crusher Brass, and it makes a really nice light gold. It's like usually just 1-to-1. And it's really, really nice. LOL, it's like getting a movie for a friend that you want to watch, so you feel less guilty about getting it for yourself. Yeah, like, it's like, oh, I got you this, or like, oh, I got us tickets, and like, yeah, that's what it would be like if I got my parents a smoker, because it's definitely implied there, but I guess... I guess, like, it would work if I did the same thing where it was like, okay, I'll buy the meats and stuff. My dad just finds the better deals. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I do not know the acronyms, but our sergeant, I'm just gonna, senior sergeant. I don't know what PLT stands for, but senior sergeant got mad at us for like a couple minutes before he realized you're a VTuber. Why? So he stopped being platoon. Thank you guys, I appreciate it. So wait, after he found out I was a VTuber, was he less mad? I need to know all the details. Like, I'm so invested. I'm so invested. Tell him I say hi. Tell him I say hi. If you think that would be within reason. Staff Sergeant. Dang it. Staff Sergeant. If you think it's fair, tell him I say hi. I need to know. I need to know everything. So it was bad if she was anime, but okay if she's a VTuber? See, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, oh, I want to know the details. Oh man, I'm like, oh, tell me everything. Tell me everything. I'm so curious. It's so bad how curious I am about this whole thing. I just picture a commissar finding Sister Battle Art in the barracks and being like, what is this? I know, but like, it's different if it's like in real life. Like, it's a little different. Oh, I didn't do the gold patches on that. I'll come back to that. I just got rid of my Rune Crush Brass. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. We'll come back to it. Now we do all of the highlighting. Should I get a different brush? Yeah, I should probably get a different brush. I just spent all this time getting this brush ready, and I'm using a different one. No, McPidge, I give you, and Biscuit, both of you, whoever wants to say it, I give you a permission. You can write up a full paragraph. I need to know everything about this saga. I will be asking tons of questions. I just want to know everything, as much as you are able to share. Don't get in trouble. Definitely don't get in any more trouble. Don't get into any more trouble on my account. Yeah, don't break any rules. He also follows VTubers. Yes, we got him, boys. He's like, oh, I guess it's okay then. Got him. He's like, oh, I can't be mad about this. Oh, yes, yeah. No, Risky Biscuit on Twitch is apparently another one of your 275 Ranger. He's one of the bros, apparently. I feel pretty good about it since his first message was about the Rangers. Risky Biscuit, yeah, that's his name. Risky Biscuit 187. If he pops up again in chat, you'll know. Yeah. That's his name. If that means anything to you, tell me. that's so funny. Oh my gosh. Okay, that means we gotta be on the best behavior for your staff sergeant. In case he shows up, we'll be on our best behavior. This is so funny. Oh my gosh. This is wonderful. This is amazing. Amazing. Amazing, I tell you. This is no exaggeration. It's just cool. You call me ma'am. That's very sweet. You don't have to call me ma'am. Oh my gosh. What am I doing? Okay, I am trying to highlight. That's what I'm doing. This is the next thing we're doing. We're highlighting. We're highlighting. It'd be funny if Risky Biscuit is a sergeant. That's what I'm wondering. But this individual also said the fan art got taken down. And I didn't know there was fan art even up. I just heard fan art was circulating. I want to know what the fan art is. He's like, oh, I guess that's okay if it's a VTuber. Oh. Oh my gosh. I'm a little what am I today? I've got, well, I won't call it the zoomies. I won't say I have the zoomies today, but I'm definitely a little more silly than I normally am. You are distracting me from trying to highlight, but I should be locking in. I should be locking in. But like, I'm keeping an eye on the chat because I want to see any updates. Come on. Yeah, we're a little sillier tonight. A little sillier, but that's okay. We like the silliness. I can lock in when I need to. I can absolutely lock in. Fine, I'm fine. I'm good. I'm good. I was gonna leave and paint my Baneblade, but I'm too invested. Look, me too. Warsaw. Also, what are you painting your Baneblade? I want to know. I have a marble and gold Baneblade that I need to finish. I should really just go ahead and do that. I think I'll just make it a standard Baneblade. I was gonna do a whole thing and make it an Octoblade. Okay, so Risky Biscuit. He is the weeb of our company, ma'am. He came in asking for a photo of your art on the side of our barracks. Apologies for distracting you. No. Here, let's get this straight. You're not distracting me. This is like the best thing that's ever happened to me. You know, it's been a long week. It's been a long week, and this is like amazing to hear. This is amazing to hear. I'm invested. I think the chatters are invested as well. Like, no, no, distract me, please. I yearn for it. Distract me. I must know what was going on here. I need to know all the things, okay? So no distractions. Like, none of that. It's great. Yeah, see, look, we have chatters that are interested. We're talking about, okay, someone catch up Hydra Legionary on this. And Warsaw, you're doing a woodland camo pattern? For your no, I want just distract me with the news of the art in the barracks. I must know about it. I need to know everything about it because I'm nosy. But anyways, the woodland camo pattern. It sounds awesome. What I have is my I have a Palace Baneblade, which is white and gold marble with gold trim. I just need to put it together. I need to magnetize it. I was originally going to do a whole convoluted Octoblade situation, but it's really slowed down my my desire to finish the project. Because you can make it work, but I honestly think I'm just going to stick to like a standard one and just call it a day, just so I can have a finished one. Because I keep saying I'm going to finish it, and then I never finish it, and I just want to finish it. That's the plan. No, any updates about the fan art in the barracks at Fort Lewis? I want to know. You guys yell at me if there's a message and I miss it. I'm gonna be looking over a lot because I'm so invested. If you hear anything, tell me. Tell me right away. Yeah, it is a really big project. I think I'm like 80% of the way done. I need one of the things that I... Oh, sorry. Did not mean to throw that. How did I get so much purple there? What the heck? One of the things that, what was I doing? I was talking about the Baneblade. Baneblade. What about it? It's a very big project. Oh, yes. I need to get a shiny coat on it. But it's gonna... Naturally, I'm making it more complicated than it needs to be. Because I am doing... I want a shiny material on the marble. But on the gold, I want it to be kind of a matte look. So, it's gonna take me longer, but I think it'll look really good. But of course, I'm just making things, like, more complicated for myself than it needs to be, which is part of my problem, because I think, oh, that's gonna look really cool, and it probably will. It just takes significantly more time than just painting a regular Baneblade. So that's the, you know, that's the conundrum I'm facing. Brush on varnish, yeah. And see, I'm just gonna have to do that. That's the plan. Band of Goblins. I just haven't gotten around to it. I think it's because I'm like, oh man, I want to make sure I do it right. I don't want to mess it up because it's like my first like mini that I started painting. Aside from Trajan Valorous, it was like one of my firsts. So I want to do it justice, and I want to have the coolest Baneblade ever. I want to pull up to the party with my Baneblade, and I want everyone to be like, wow, that is a sexy looking Baneblade. Like, yeah, I know. They used it in the Imperial Palace. It's no big deal. What am I talking about? I'm not going to any parties. What are we talking about? I'm not going there. Wait, we know you go to parties. Not parties. I've been to, like, parties for, like, special events for my friends. Nothing crazy happens there, I can guarantee you that. Is Aurelia trying to 40k Riz someone at a party she will never go to? No! I only try to Riz Sanguinius. That's it. No one else is getting Rizzed. Also, even if I tried, I don't have Riz. We've established this. I have no Riz. I even asked my friend. I said, "Hey, friend, do you think I have Riz?" And they laughed at me. They said, "No, you don't have any Riz." Just because there was Riz doesn't mean it was good Riz, though. Do you have all 4 sponsons on the Baneblade? Yeah, I have them painted. You're right, Mr. Longlegs. I do appreciate that they were honest with me. I definitely value honesty. I knew the answer. Chat was saying I had Riz, and I was like, there's no way in the world I have chat. I have Riz, chat. Like, you guys are messing with me. There's no way. So I double-checked with the friend, and the friend quickly said, yeah, no, they're definitely just messing with you. You have no Riz. And I was like, okay, see, that's what I thought. No feelings were hurt that day. Your fan art just showed up randomly one morning on our barracks. We were wondering who this is and why an anime VTuber on the side of our barracks. You know what? You know what? I respect it. So we determined that the culprit was Risky Biscuit. He was the one who put up the art. Is that what we've learned? Well, and McPidge, what do you think? What do you think now? Now that the anime art is up, do you think it was a good introduction? I guess that's the next question. Yeah, I do want to know what the art was. Was it respectful and cultured, as Mr. Clean here says? Now I must know. Cause real curious. There's like 2 main people who draw the fan art. Yeah, I know. two main people that draw the fan art, and I'm like, okay, which one was it? There's one that does more like me-centered stuff, and then there's one that does more like a Tempris Auxilia stuff. There is me in the mix, but there's one that has like a bigger emphasis on me. So now I'm like, tell me everything. Oh, I keep throwing things today. It's like the same way too. It's like it flips around in my hand. Look, Band of Goblins. Let's get it straight here. You would swoon if any woman came up to you and said, "Do you want to talk about 40K?" you would swoon regardless. It wouldn't even just be me. We got smoked for like 3 minutes, but our staff sergeant thought it was hilarious. It was respectful, ma'am. Oh, thank you, thank you. That's good to hear. I was a little nervous. I was like, oh, I hope it was decent. That's not really my vibe. It's not really my vibe. Not saying I wouldn't ever get a model that doesn't have my armor. Like, I would wear another outfit, but it's not my vibe. So I'm glad to hear that. And like never been called ma'am. Kind of nice. It's very respectful. If you want. Chat likes to call me boss. You can call me boss if you like that better. I didn't even start that. They just started calling me boss. And that was kind of fun. That kind of just caught on its own. You also hold Vulcan in high regard, yes. Vulcan is so great. I like Vulcan. Obviously not as much as Sanguinius, you know. That kind of guy. This is also true. Finding someone who wants to talk about 40K is nice. Boss, you use ma'am a lot, but like that's like with my friends. That's like different. This is like I can forgive me. I can like hear him say ma'am. I know how it's being said and I know how it's being used. Or at least I feel like I know. It's different when I say ma'am. It's more like I am surprised. I'd be like, ma'am. When Froggy does something, or Kyra does something, I'll be like, ma'am. Like, ma'am, like, it's more like I'm surprised. Throwing things. No, I just think no one ever calls me that. It's, for the most part, it's like miss. I get a lot of miss. I don't hate it. I'm not like, oh my gosh, don't call me that, then I'm gonna be old. No, I don't think that. It just surprises me, catches me off guard. Oh, Madam does have more gravitas. I agree. I agree with that. No, I just don't normally hear it. That's why it just catches me off guard. It's usually miss, like, oh, can I help you, miss? And especially, okay, also, think about it this way. Think about it this way. I don't usually get called ma'am during stream. Like, if I am gonna get called ma'am, it'll be like an in-person thing. But, like, I never get called ma'am or miss in a stream. So it's very different, because that's definitely more, like, formal greeting. I really want to know which fan art it was. It'd be funny if it was you in the Femstodes. That one's, like, one of my favorites, so... Yeah, that one I would find very funny if that was the... if that was the fan art it ended up being. There's also the one with me and the jet bikes. Both of those are also really good. Those are also really good. Dame Aurelia. Oh yeah. Yeah, see? You don't hear that one a lot either. In there. The last one Jay made was really good. Yeah, okay. That's like, those are some of my favorite pieces. Because, like, some of them, like, I've commissioned Jay to make. Not too many. Jay does a lot of things of, like, his own volition. Can we get a shout out for Jay in the chat, please? Can we get the Jay link? Please and thank you. Because Jay is great. Jay is one of, like, the artist in my server that just makes art because he feels like it, and it's amazing. So go follow him on Twitter. I have definitely I really like it when he'll bring out like a new piece and it's like Aurelia Sanguinius themed. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's just so cute. It's just so cute. Ugh. Oh, sorry. I should have a thing that gives like a commands list, but there you can find the commands in the about page on Twitch. Some commands are like mods only. Some of them are just mod only commands. Aurelia liking art of her and Sanguinius. Who would have thought? Not me. We also have a small Warhammer get-together here at Fort Lewis, and some fellows are speaking of putting up your model on the base. I'm sorry, that's like so cool. I'm just a simple girl. Just a simple girl. That's so neat. That's so neat. That's so cool, man. I'm glad you guys like my stuff. That makes me very happy. Obviously I'm not like super like a huge streamer, but I really enjoy doing this. So it means a lot. So I like hearing people who like to, you know, who like the content. I like finding nerds who like Warhammer because it's a really cool hobby. I think more people should get into it. So I appreciate the support. It means a lot. You know what else is cool, Aurelia? This also introduced more peeps into VTubing if they've never watched VTubers before. Yeah, absolutely. There's some really cool VTubers out there. Like, some that I'm friends with, some that, like, I'd like to be friends with, like, all that stuff, like... So, it's really cool to, like, hear stories like this. I think this is kind of, like, more why I'm, like, geeked out, because, like, finding out you're somewhere that you didn't expect... I don't know, it's just heartwarming. Because I just did this for, like, the fun of it when I started. I was like, yeah, you know what, we'll just do it. We're not gonna have any expectations going into this. And I can safely say this exceeded any expectations I, like, had, even though I said I wouldn't have any expectations. It has gone farther than I would have ever imagined it to be, so... Very grateful. And we'll leave it there. I won't get too sappy. Band of Goblin has a note. Mick Pidge. He says, to the lad on YouTube from Fort Lewis, I'll be up in Washington soon. Let's meet up at Gabbis. I don't know where that is. But meet up if you want to meet up. Painting a salamander model right now. It's nice to enjoy a fellow Warhammer fan. Yeah. Yeah, it's nice and relaxing today. Really nice. It's a nice evening. Vibes are vibing. We're just chatting. There was some really cool lore talk going on earlier. I didn't get a chance to like really get into it, but they were talking about the Emperor and his divinity. And it looked really interesting. I'm probably gonna go back through and read it later. I'm gonna go read it later. Oh, Hydra Legionary, thank you so much for the 5 gift subs. And oh, wait a second. Did we get... Sounds like fantastic babble. Well, thank you so much for the gift subs. I'm sorry, I got thrown off. I got a shout out from a friend's channel, but why'd I get a shout out? Are they gonna raid? Huh. Yes, we're just babbling. We like the sap. You worked hard for your channel to get this far. You should celebrate. Well, thank you. I want to do a very big celebration when I get my model updated, which will be in the fall. So we'll have lots of like cool stuff because dang, my model, she's looking fire. She looks so good. I honestly can't wait. I hope you guys like her as much as I do. So happy stupidly late birthday. Oh, don't worry about it. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I had a very good birthday. I gotta go get a cake. I need to go get a cake. I told people I would go get a cake, and I keep forgetting because I don't normally get cake at the store, so I don't think about it. I gotta go get cake. Okay. That has gotta go on my list. I really need to go get it. Get highlights. Get it highlighted. This is like the longest part, but it's good when you get all the highlights in. We're getting it. Getting there. Maybe I should save up for a camera so I could like zoom in and you guys can see how like much I mess it up. Because you guys can't see that, which is kind of nice. Gabus is a store that's officially called Olympic Cards and Comics. Oh, cool. Why do you guys call it Gabus? Very interesting name to call it. And still you, of course, we will like the new outfit, plus more material for fan art. Well, yeah, I think I've said this before, but I'm a little nervous because it's a very, very different art style than what we have here currently. So I've tried to make some pieces like very, very similar. So it's not like too much of a change, because it will be quite a change. But, no, I think you guys will really like it. I think you guys will like it, or at least I hope you do. If you don't, well, I like it, so I guess that's just what we'll have to do with. Is your new model a form change? Yes. Yeah, so we won't, like, maybe in like really rare circumstances, but once I get this new model, I will use the new one exclusively. There might be an opportunity, like maybe like a birthday stream, or like, you know, we're going back and looking at old stuff, that I'll pull this one out, but the plan is to use like the new one here on out. That is the plan. Just gotta say, as someone who has been lurking in chat for about a month or so, I love your streams. They're perfect to watch when playing Total War 3. Love the content. Oh, thank you very much, Plaid Whipper. Yeah, that's plaid. That's how you spell plaid. No, I appreciate it. I'm so glad. I just like hanging out. I just wanted to find some nerds, mainly because my friends are like, Aurelia, you talk about Warhammer a lot. You should go talk to people who like Warhammer as much as you. I'm like, oh, okay, I can do that. No worries. Do you utilize Citadel paints? Yeah, I got a lot of Citadel paints gifted to me. So a lot of the stuff that I use is like Retributor armor, my favorite gold, Skull Crusher brass. Why did I say Rune Crusher earlier? Oh, I mixed them. Rune Fang steel. Oh, that's Rune Lord brass. That goes back here. You stay there. So those are the colors I primarily use. Oh no, it's down here because it's there. Oh, I don't know what my favorite craft world is. I don't know. I don't have a favorite craft world. I haven't looked into it too much. I haven't looked into the Eldar lore a lot. I know very, very little. Very little. Forgot how time consuming lighting it. We're gonna do it. We'll persevere. Heresy. Wait, why is it heresy to use Citadel paints? I know there are other paints out there that are probably better, but I really like their gold, and this is just what I bought because I didn't know what to get in the beginning. And so I want to use all these paints before I buy more. And, you know, for color consistency. Verb. May I just use whichever color I need? Not all companies have the same tones. Yeah, they don't, which is kind of like another reason why probably for all my Custodes I'll stick with this. Because otherwise then they'll look a little different. They'll probably all look a little different anyways, just because I painted them at different times. But at least I have some like consistency between the models. In theory, but you know, sometimes painting, it just doesn't happen. Sometimes it just doesn't happen. I use Army Painter speed paints for my stuff. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about Army Painter. So like there's just so many things like there that I could try. I just haven't taken the time to do that yet. They have really great contrast paints, Army Painter does. Yeah, Leviathan Purple and Hive Purple are both for NIDS. They're not even close to the same. Yeah. If they're gonna go out of their way to give it a different name, they're probably not gonna be very similar in color. Oh, it's heresy regarding not knowing Eldar history, especially with the resurrection of the Blueberry Boy. Well, I know about the resurrection of the Blueberry Boy, but I don't follow Eldar as much. I'm Imperium pilled. I don't concern myself with the worries of Xenos. Chroma, are you talking about the lore story that's in the Aurelia lore channel? Because I saw that and I was like, oh, I'll read that. I'm gonna do that later. And then I never got around to it because I have been slammed. And when I mean slammed, I mean, boy, I've been slammed. So I haven't read it yet, but it is on my list. I want to read it because I like reading your guys' stories. I just haven't yet. Because if that's the one you're talking about with the really nice border in that channel, then no, I have not, but I will. Have you considered doing audiobooks? As in reading or listening to audiobooks or being a narrator for audiobooks? I do, that is generally how I consume Warhammer content in audiobook form. Before I started streaming, I used to like do crafting stuff, like, you know, my own other hobbies, and I would listen to audiobooks while I did like crafting. And so now, because I stream, I have less time for that, but I still listen like to audiobooks when I drive. So if that's what you mean, then yes, I love audiobooks. The best Eldars, the ones getting crumped by the orcs. That's fair. Okay, that's fair. That's acceptable. I have to report, man, but enjoy the stream. Much love. Oh, thank you so much. I hope you, best of luck to you. I don't know what you're up to today. Kinda. I don't know what you have to do, but good luck with that. Tell the people I say hi. If you don't think your staff sergeant would be bothered, tell him I say hi. And that I hope he's doing well. So, yeah. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and I will catch you later. That's funny. And tell them to post the picture. Tell them to post the picture, dang it. I'm in suspense. I'm in absolute suspense. I need the picture. I feel like there's like a small chance I'm getting played and this is all just some prank. No sane person would be so excited about this, but I am. Don't ask me why. I just am, gents. I just am. I need to put black there. No worries, it's still developing. The story, me and the other guy have big things cooking in the background. Okay. Okay. I meant narrating books. Your voice is like audible chocolate for the eardrums. Well, I appreciate you saying that. 200 of us in your company who saw the fan art. Tell them I say hi. Tell them I say hi, and have them, have whoever has it, put it in the Discord or whatever, on Twitter. Tag me on Twitter. Tag me on the Twitter. It's just Aurelia Tempris. I'm easy to find. Dang. Yeah, then my mod's now spamming all the links. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. I'm gonna take a little screenshot really fast. Screenshot. Oop. Save that for later. Okay. Well, thank you for the compliment on my voice. I don't normally hear that. I hear people say I have a nice voice, but it would be cool. I don't know what I would narrate. It'd probably have to be something small to start off with. I have done some narration before. But it's not all that much. Soon they'll all change their allegiances and oaths from their country to her. No, no, please don't do that. Please don't do that. Please do not do that. Do not do that. Do not turn... no, don't do that. Please don't. Don't do that. Oh my gosh, don't do that. Keep your oaths. Please. Please. If there's one thing that I value more than anything, it's loyal people. It's loyal people. It is not worth... A VTuber is not worth renouncing your oaths. Not worth it. Please don't. Independent state of Aurelia. Look, I can barely manage a Discord. Do you think I could manage an independent state? I did do narration for 40k Theories, but that was still pretty small. Yeah, true loyalty is key. It would be a little funny. I won't deny that. But please keep your oaths. Keep your oaths. This guy all done up. Look at him. Nice and chill. You already have your own private army of Marines, Auxilian, Sister Stands. That's true. That's true, but you don't want a separate Aurelia state. I don't think I would be horrible at managing it, but let's just say there are smarter people around who would manage it better than me. Let's just put it that way. Let's just put it that way. But I'm flattered. I'm flattered at the dedication. She would hire advisors. I don't know, Hydra Legionary. I don't know if you're 100% trustworthy. You've got that username, and that honestly, that's a little sus. I won't lie, it's a little sus. I would maybe reconsider. I would go get another username and then come back. Which video did you narrate for 40k Theories? Usually I hear Narina doing those. Let's see. It was about the Mantis Warriors. That was one. And what was the other one I did? It was a custodian video. It was talking about, like, the palace. And it talked a little bit about the custodians. It was talking, like, Beginner's Guide to the Imperial Palace. That's what it was. I think I have the links in my Discord. I definitely put them in my announcements channel. Yeah, see, there it is, Hydra Legionary. I didn't even see your second message, but I knew where this was going. Get more advisors, then it becomes easier to sow deceit. How dare you? How dare you? How dare. Yeah, it was the Imperial Palace one, and then I think it was about Captain Matris of the Mantis Warriors. And then after that, I think those are the only 2 I've done. But I've been on Adeptus Podcastus, and then I've also been on Quizcastus, which was very fun. There's a world building video you narrated too for another channel. That's true. That was more voice acting than narration. My first, like, voice acting gig. That was more voice acting than, like, narration, I would say. But yes, that I guess that does count. That does count. I was thinking exclusively what I did for 40K Theories, and that was it. But yeah, I like 40K Theories. I haven't talked to him recently. I hope he's doing cool. All right. I've just been, like I said, I've been busy. Huh, I'm usually on top of listening to his videos. Maybe I watched it before I discovered your channel. I found you completely unrelated to Warhammer, lol. When you did a repo let's play, oh my gosh, what are the odds? What are the odds? A repo, those VODs don't do particularly well because it's just a silly game. So that's funny that I need to drink some water. It's funny that you found me that way. Sorry about that. We're just sipping. No, that's just funny. That's just... Those VODs don't do nearly as well. The repo's a lot of fun. We've been trying to set up another collab to do it, but it's always one of us, like, is, like, busy. And we can't get all, like, 6 of us to play like we originally planned. So, you know. A little bit of suffering. Oh, but I tell you guys, I'm playing some tabletop, some Warhammer tabletop tomorrow. Should be really good. Custodes versus Death Guard again. Playing with my friend Froggy. And it's gonna be a good time. I haven't made my army yet. But let me tell you, I have some plans. I have some serious plans. I know how I want to beat her this time. Would you play the Among Us 3D game with Froggy and the other girls? I've really enjoyed your repo games. I would like to. I don't have a setup that supports that, and I'd like to get a 3D model, but I'd have to like invest in a setup. But I'm not opposed to doing something like that because I really think it would be really fun. I've seen other creators play that Among Us, the 3D Among Us game, and it looks so fun. And also, like, a little terrifying at the same time. So I'd love to do that. I would just need to, like, sit down and I would need to get a lot of that equipment to do something like that. But yeah, I'd love to. Yeah, let's see. I did consider for a little bit doing my own lore videos, but it's a really hard thing to get into because a lot of lore videos already, and like a lot of lore channels already look for like super niche things to talk about. Hence why 40K Theories, for example, they kind of get into like the odds and ends of like the different theories you can have for different, just for a bunch of different stuff. And so a lot of things, like, it's almost like reinventing the wheel when you're trying to come up with content. You could do lore on your own Aurelia. That's true. It just doesn't draw, like, the same people. I think in order to, like, kind of, like, get into that niche, you either have to, like, be very, very niche about the content, or you do what Bricky did and made a big, general, and very good, like, summary video. Because when you do that, then it's like, okay, well, you don't have to make a ton of videos. You can make some really good ones, but you kind of have to build up, like, trust. Oh, thank you, Hydra Legionary. More gift subs. Is this part of your plot to become one of my advisors? Is this a plot to become one of my advisors? Are you a scheming advisor? Hmm? You don't scheme? You don't scheme. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Oh, you don't scheme, you plan. Oh, I see now. I see. Got it. Okay. I guess it's no big deal then. Then I shouldn't be worried. I guess I shouldn't be worried about anything, guys. I think it's fine. It's fine. He's not scheming. He's just planning. Just planning. I have nothing to worry about. Absolutely nothing. You should never be worried. It's bad for your mental. Look, that may be true, but there are things I should be concerned about. He doesn't scheme, he just worships Tzeentch and things fall into place. Oh no, even worse, a heretic. You can't have that. That's not allowed. No heretics here. Man, I'm really happy we did this. I haven't done like a chill painting stream in like a long time, and I am so relaxed. Like, compared to me playing Dawn of War, like, this is just so satisfying. Chill, like, I'm not stressing about all the OBS stuff. We're just relaxing. Makes me very happy. And I'm getting minis done, which have been, like, looming. I've been thinking about them. I'm like, oh no, I have minis I need to paint. This is not good. And I've been, like, thinking about them as of late, but I'm really happy that I'm, like, starting to make some progress. I think I will do... I think for our next painting stream, I will break out that, the spider. The warp spider. Paint that. Because I really want to paint that one. Because it'll be very different from the gold aesthetic. I love gold. Obviously. But I would really like to, like, play with a different color. I'll have to get some paints. Because I want to do, like, a blue or a navy. Which I think would be a lot of fun. So, that's the plan. No, it's not Spider Dad. It's just an Eldar. But it's funny that you guys would call it Spider Dad. Just gonna call it Spider Dad. I gotta lock in for this section. Accidentally covered some of this area in purples. Gold. I have to ask, why don't you have them based for painting and don't use a painting handle? I am doing something special with the bases. I'm doing a marble, and I haven't made progress on them like I wanted to. And I also like being able to paint the underside of the model just because of, like, the angles. You can't get them if they're on... You can't get those angles if they're on the base. That's why. Is Lycus Spider Dad? No, but that's the mini that my chat picked. We had a subathon back in February, and at a certain point I said, okay, I'd paint a small mini, and then at another point I said I'd paint a large mini. So they got to pick out the mini. I got to choose ultimately, but they gave me suggestions, and I wanted to paint it because it's a really cool new mini. It was really cool. So I wanted to paint it anyways, and now they call it Spider Dad because it's a warp spider. And for some reason, people think I'm an Eldar. Just because I have pointy ears doesn't mean I'm an Eldar. I'm an abhuman, thank you very much. So now they're convinced anything Eldar is related to me, which is rude and disrespectful, honestly. By the way, Aurelia, what got you to become a VTuber? Do you watch anyone on the VTuber side? So, here's a funny story. You get to know the origin story. I heard about VTubers... How long was it ago? Doesn't much matter. Heard about VTubers. Someone showed me a clip. And I was like, what is this, like, anime girl, like, talking about? Like, this is odd. And then they explained the concept to me. They're like, oh yeah, it's a streamer, but instead of, like, using their face, they use like an avatar to like talk. And I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. Like, that's kind of odd. Okay, I think it was a Shondo clip. I think it was a Shondo clip. I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to ask. And as you know, the Shondo clips are kind of unhinged at times. And so I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. And so that was probably like a year before I like kind of started getting into things. But I got introduced to Warhammer and I started reading the books at like the advice of a friend. That same friend, by the way. And I was like, okay, like this stuff is really cool. I'm really liking Warhammer. Like, what do I do to get into it more? And they said, oh, watch lore videos on YouTube. And so I slowly got into Warhammer and I was like, this is awesome. I love this. And then I would bother this particular friend and my other friends. I'd be like, oh my gosh, like this is what happened in the book I'm reading. And I was like, blah, 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 blah. I would not shut up. I would not shut up. It was like all I talked about. Not entirely true, but I talked about it a lot whenever there was something cool that was going on. And then one day, that same friend who introduced me to VTubers in the first place was like, Aurelia, why don't you talk about Warhammer? Like, why don't you stream Warhammer stuff? And I was like,
it is the Bane Blade!
I was like, what? Warhammer? What? Like, you think I could be a streamer? They're like, yeah, I totally think you could be a streamer. And I was like, really? But but what about like my face? I don't really want to show my face or anything. I'm like, well, you could become a VTuber. I was like, are those the people that like use the avatars? Like, yeah, you can be like an anime character. I like anime, by the way. You could be an anime character and you can kind of look like whatever you want. So you can make yourself like Warhammer themed, and I think a lot of people would really like it. I was like, you mean that? For real? So they're like, yeah, I totally think so. I was like, okay, let's give it a shot. And then I talked to someone about like getting art done for the model and like getting a model made. And it kind of just started from there. That's the whole story. Dude, Hydra Legionary, thank you so much for another 5 gift subs. Thank you, man. Dude, you're very generous tonight. I really appreciate it. And Confessarius, thank you so much for your 5 months of support, dude. Can I be an anime and marry my husbando? I didn't know too much about Sanguinius at that point, but I did like him a lot. So that is like, that's the whole story. That's how I became a VTuber. As for now, I've never really, it's hard for me to watch streamers. I never really got into streamers. So I can't say I've like watched too many in the first place. Oh my gosh. Hydra Legionary. Thank you so much, man. What is that? It's like 20 gift subs at this. Wait. I'm making sure I've captured this. 1, 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, that's like 20 gift subs. Thank you so much, man. Dude, I really appreciate it. That's very kind of you. Still fun you got introduced through Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, so the part that I didn't share, what initially got me into Dungeons and Dragons was I was playing a D&D game, but it was like kind of loosely Warhammer based. And so I kind of knew a little bit, but I didn't really know a lot. It was just something my DM was like interested in. It was a setting he wanted to explore. So I didn't really care. And there's this character, an NPC that we met, and these NPCs, there's a bunch of them, they were modeled after the Primarchs. Well, I didn't know who the Primarchs were at that point. This is probably 2 or 3 years before I started reading Warhammer books. And so there was this one guy called Sanguinius, and my friend was like, yo, like, is he hot? And I was like, what the heck? How do you hear the name like Sanguinius? And your first question, like, is he hot? And they're like, well, look up a picture, Aurelia. Look up a picture of this guy and, like, tell us what you think. I looked up a picture, And yeah, they were right. They were 100% right, dude. He was very attractive. And I proceeded to, like, romance this character. So that's kind of where I kind of got interested in it. But then when the campaign kind of died, you know, didn't look into, like, Warhammer stuff, really. So. Yeah. So there you go. That's when someone says, like, oh, it's you learned about it through D&D. Yeah, that's kind of like where I first learned about it, but I didn't start exploring it until, like, significantly later. It's either Sanguinius or Conrad with the girls, like. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But Sanguinius, he's mine. He's mine. No one else can have him. He's mine. And in any case, the fan art of the two of us is just way too cute. So, yeah. He's mine. He's mine, okay? Cannot have. See how she stabbed the paintbrush into the table? That's a threat. No, that wasn't a threat. It's just for emphasis. But don't get any ideas, chat. You guys are over there, but don't get any ideas. Did you know that there's a D&D tabletop game called Wrath and Glory? Yes! Yes, 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 yes. I want to play it. I got gifted the book for that, but I haven't played it yet. I recently listened to Sanguinius' speech at the Eternity Gate, narrated on YouTube. Good stuff, no wonder everybody loved the guy. Oh my gosh. And Garmfang, if you read the comments, I don't know if how much you know about Warhammer, but no one left after that speech. He basically said, you guys can all go. It's okay. No one left. Dude. I reacted to that video on a stream back in October. No, I cried. I cried quite a bit. I cried a lot. There, I have no shame in that. Just sobbing. Sobbing. It was a little embarrassing, but you know. I love Sanguinius so much. It was so good. No one else. No one else. Yeah, you can't be replaced. You're just such a bro. Such a homie. Ooh, I definitely smeared highlight where I did not, but it's fine. We'll just deal with it. The thing I love about Sanguinius is that he's the only one who could save the Revenant Legion. They make the World Eaters look like Ultramarines. It would be really cool, but Ferrus Manus, as part of that, would also be kind of neat, too. I won't lie. I don't think Sanguinius should come back. I've seen a few VTubers cry to that speech, so you're not alone on that one. But Plaid Worshipper, let me... If you watch the video and you listen to my explanation, I think it's in a VOD. I don't think it's in its own separate video. But if you listen to the VOD, I give... My reason for crying is, like, very different than every other girl. Because I'm delusional. I'm just a tiny bit delusional. But I couldn't help but insert myself into that story. So... Hell's Reach should make everyone cry. If you didn't cry during Hell's Reach, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say to you. Like, even grown men cry watching Hell's Reach. Like, everyone should be sobbing. Everyone should just have a good cry after watching Hell's Reach, okay? So, yeah. But my reason for crying during that was, A, it was a really good speech. And on top of that, I'm a touch delusional. I'm a touch delusional, as my chat likes to remind me. mainly over my fictional relationship that I 100% definitely know is not a real thing, and it's definitely just not a bit that I use on occasion to make things funny. Sanguinius to me has always been one of the most scariest Primarchs. He is kind of terrifying. If you know all the stuff about him, he is properly terrifying. I hadn't found your channel when you were doing the Hell's Reach stream. Yeah, that was a while ago. That was a long while ago. That was probably in September. Almost a year ago at this point, I think. August or September, I think, is when I watched that. Hello, Crazy Bald Man. Greetings and salutations to you as well. My book entry into the universe was Space Wolves Omnibus, and they're generally my favorite thematically. Ooh. Yeah. I've also heard those are good. I haven't read any. I stopped trying to keep up with the heresy books around 11 or 12 in. Yeah, I would like to read all the heresy books, but there's like 60 books, man. And I was doing the math and I was like counting, like, okay, how many heresy books have I read? And it's like, I've read 7, something like that. Like, some of the books that I thought were heresy books aren't. Is the VOD of it up? Probably. And I also, like, it was really dumb. It was like when I was like doing this really early on and I didn't know what I was doing. Some of the audio gets cut out and I'm so sorry. That was me being silly. Yeah, the VOD is up. It's gonna be in the live section of the YouTube, and then you have to scroll down a while. Or you can search, you might be able to search on my channel for a particular video. You could do that too. I found your channel through the Bricky reactions. The Bricky reactions are so based. I'm so grateful he made such like an awesome set of videos, because I watched those videos when I was getting into Warhammer, and then it was just so cool and like surreal to like get to do a collab with the guy back in February. Like that was just so cool. Like, sorry, that was a really awesome experience, because I didn't know like I would eventually get so obsessed with Warhammer that I would get to collab and like talk to the guy. I've heard only good things about him. Warhammer is dope? Yes, it is. Absolutely dope. I can't think, other than, like, I was really into Harry Potter when I was, like a tween, we'll say. I don't think I've been into anything else, like, as, like, serious as I would, like, Warhammer. Yeah. Well, Dino Fan, have you seen his most recent video? Have you seen Bricky's most recent video? His first one that he made, he was not trying. He was not expecting it to blow up, and thus did not spend as much time doing research. But if you've seen his more recent video, it's much more accurate now. But as you know, with lore and like a sort of hobby that actively updates itself, it will inevitably at some point be inaccurate. I had 1 trillion VTubers pushed to me by the algorithm, and all of them were reacting to Bricky. Yep, that's how it goes. That's how it goes. But I would say probably a difference between me and them is that I really get into the Warhammer stuff. Like, I really like talking about it. I don't leave it to just like, oh, we just have the one stream where we talk about Warhammer. No, I love Warhammer. Read a ton of books. Do I know everything? Do I know all the like the little tidbits? No, definitely not. So don't expect me to know all those things, but yeah. So that's kind of my thing. I'm like, I'm not afraid to talk more about it. Yeah, it kind of puts me in a hole sometimes when it comes to content, but there's just so much to talk about. Aurelia is, well, I'm maybe not the best Warhammer VTuber, but I appreciate it. I can be your Warhammer Oshi. Thank you, Hydra Legionary, for the bits. Favorite firstborn pattern? Oh gosh, please don't ask me these questions. No. Stop. Stop. No, don't ask me these questions. I mostly just read because I like the content. I don't know anything. That's not true. I do know some stuff, but I stick with, I like to read it because I like the story. There is too much to know. Actually, no, there is one person who knows probably everything, and that's Remlays from 40k Theories. I've heard some of the most insane, like, tidbits and facts from this guy. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. Like, he'll just, like, casually, like, just bring up a factoid, and I'm like, are you for real? The heck? How? How do you know that? That is so niche. And then he'll just quote a codex and a page number and a paragraph. He's like, it's in the middle of the page. Or he'll say something, like, insane like that. I never plan on reading all the heresy books, just the ones from the legions that interest me and the big events that happen. No, that's completely fair. I thought about wanting to get into it, but I'm like, man, feels like at some places it would just be a slog, and that's not worth it. Like, you should read the parts that you like. Don't feel obligated to read any more than you have to. Yeah, once you kind of get past the first 5 books, you can pick and choose. Yeah, I really liked the first Heretic. That one was good. The first Heretic. That one, I liked that one. That was a really good book. Yeah, Remlays might know how many calories are in a bar of food in Terra. I can ask him that. I can send him a message right now. Be like, hey, random question. I don't think that's anywhere mentioned in a codex, but, you know, he might have an answer for me. He might have an answer for me. Ugh. Sorry, doing a quick stretch. Ugh. Oh, that one made me realize Lorgar was always doomed. Yeah, the first Heretic. Oh, it's such a good book. That book also made me laugh. And I told my friends this. Because every time Lorgar would have a conversation with someone talking about, like, the Emperor or you know, Monarchia. Because that was a terrible thing that happened. But every time he would, like, start raging, he'd just start raging, and the person he's talking to would just be like, Lorgar. And he'd be like, rah, 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 and he's, like, thrashing on the other side of the room, and they'd be like, Lorgar. Lorgar. And he would just not stop. He was, like, so unhinged. The entire time, he was just, like, ranting and raving and not listening to anyone. It was kind of funny. It was a little funny. I was like, no one is, like, actually talking to this man. They're just saying his name because he's freaking out, which is fair. Monarchia, that was pretty bad. That was a bad PR move, to say the least. One of the Marines, yes, Lorgar is tweaking out again. It was funny because I noticed it happening in, like, the beginning, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then his own brother, Magnus, did it to him, and I was like, dude, everyone is just, like, at this point, they just recognize that Lorgar is just gonna have his moment, and you just kind of just... He's gotta let it happen. I was like, man, that's kind of nuts. That's kind of nuts. I just need more Nurgle-centered books to bring... no. No. Heresy. 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 I did like Lords of Silence. I got recommended that book by Froggy. I did like it. Not as much as some of the other books, but I did like it. I gotta get some black on this tubing, and I think we'll have a better time. But your friend Froggy would love that. Don't break her heart. Too late. I will break her heart. I will do it. I'll break it. I'll break it. Mortarion is a little cringe. Actually, he's a lot of cringe. Sorry. He sat in his room for a hot minute before he's like, you know what? It's finally time. It's finally time to start a crusade. I'm like, oh my gosh. So, you guys collectively know far more than I ever will what's up with Corvus, as far as anybody knows. My buddy mentioned something about him being in the warp, demon now, but loyal. Yeah, that's pretty much, that's kind of the long and short of it. It depends on how much you want to get into it. Because we could get into it. I don't know Corax as much as, like, other Primarchs, but definitely there's stuff happening. There's stuff happening there. So we clip it, ship it to Froggy before the match. I don't care. Well, actually, no, don't send it in her, don't put it in her Discord server. Because those are for her clips. Like, that her server is her space, so you should not be posting my clips. Or, like, you should not be posting my clips in there. Don't do that. That it is not allowed, so don't do it. Oh, man, what time is it? Oh, I need to eat. I need to eat dinner. I'm actually gonna cook dinner tonight. I didn't cook dinner last night. I got food. So I'm actually gonna cook tonight. That's the plan. That is the plan. I want more books on modern Lionel Johnson. Yes, Squigs, I agree. Because my first Warhammer book that I read, I didn't mention it, but the first Warhammer book that I read was The Lion, Son of the Forest. And I loved it. I love learning about the lion and how, like, he, like, changed his opinion on so many things. And he's like, man, I really failed my sons, like, 10,000 years ago, but I'm gonna do right by them now. And now he's, like, stepping up and he's being the dad he was supposed to be. And honestly, that's incredibly based, very based of him. So I love that book, and that's what got me into the rest of the Warhammer. Like, that was the book, and I was like, dude, this is so cool. So, yeah. That's what got me, like, into Warhammer. It was hearing all of that and being like, dang, someone owning up to their mistakes. I love it. So, you know, that made me kind of happy. I thought that was really neat. Ugh. That's what a good nap does to a man. Yeah. Yeah, get a nap in, guys. Otherwise, you might be seen as a jerk for a little bit. It's easy enough fix. Easy enough fix. I think it's manageable. He also looks like a 10-foot tall Tywin Lannister. Yeah, he does. He does. I think the Lion is my second favorite Primarch. I really like him a lot. There's also parts of, like, his personality that are, in some cases, similar to mine. So I relate to him a lot. Yes, yeah, that's the quote from the book. I failed my father. I fear I failed my brothers. I do not want to fail my sons. I was like, yes! Dude, it was that. I was like, dude, ship it. I love this guy. He's amazing. He's fantastic. I'm sold. I was so sold. Because I used to be a book talk girly. I used to read all those, like, trending, smutty books. I didn't read a lot. I only read a couple. And I was kind of getting sick and tired of it. I was like, man, I want something that's not super smutty. I want, like, stories of, like, heroism and bravery. That's exactly what I got. And I've, like, I've never looked back. I've only been reading the Warhammer books because I love the camaraderie, the fellowship, all that stuff. It's so good. It's so good. I can't go back. Feels like my eyes have been opened as a result, and it's just too good to ignore now. Do I like Garviel? What kind of question is that? Who in their right mind doesn't like Loken? Who doesn't like Loken? Loken is amazing. What the heck? Who is out there, like, saying they don't like Loken? Now, it's a different question to, like, suggest that maybe he shouldn't have survived the whole Istvan situation, but, you know, the Emperor was just keeping him alive for his special plans. A lot of people low-key hate him. Why? Is it because okay, I actually want to understand. Is it because what GW did and they like saved him when he probably should have died? I really want to know. Hydra Legionary, thank you for the bits. Now that I know that you hate Loken, I want the rationale. I want the reason. Cause like, now I want to know, because I always thought he was cool. But like, if you have a good reason in 40k, that's funny. What? I didn't. Okay, well, I want to understand. I want to understand the other side of things, because I liked him, and I was surprised to find that there's like people that dislike him. He's a little Mary Suey. Okay, I mean, I can kind of see that, but I feel like in his situation, like, I feel like you have, like, you don't have a lot going for you. Like, everything you ever knew has been, like, turned on its head, and your dad hates you now. But Saul Tarvitz, yes, Saul Tarvitz is the man. I love Saul Tarvitz. I don't know if I like him more than Loken. We are spoiled with Loken because we get him in more books. But I do like Saul. And then Nathaniel Garrow, I need to read, what is it, The Flight of the Eisenstein? I need to read that book. So. Oh, this is also your first time hearing disdain for the character. Hey, that's not Loken's fault. That's not Loken's fault. I read that part in the book, and I was screaming. I was screaming. I'm dead serious. I was at home when I read this, and when I heard that in the audiobook, I paused it and then I started screaming. I was so upset. I'm still mad about it. I'm still so mad about it. Like, oh, I can't get my hands on Erebus soon enough. Like, so, yeah. Yeah. Bad time. It's a bad time. That's all I have to say about that. So that's the oh, I'm so sad. I'm so sad. Look, he didn't deserve that. He didn't deserve that. He's a better dude. It's fine. It's fine. Anyways. I'll survive. It's okay. I'll manage. Let's see. So sad. Why'd they do that to us? Why would they do something like that to us? It's just so wrong. There's more reason to hate Erebus. You don't need any more reasons. There's so much. No one would have survived the bombing if not for Tarvitz. I know, right? That's why I like Saul Tarvitz. He's pretty awesome. Now I'm thinking about all those, like, Think about all those books, and I'm just like, oh man, they were so good. Fine. I'll recover eventually. Eventually we will recover. But in the meantime, before the ad break rolls in, I hope it hasn't. Are the ads going on right now? We should probably call it before the ads start, because I need to go eat, and I have to prep for my TTS game tomorrow. But it'll be Custodes versus Death Guard and my friend Froggy. So that starts at 10 a.m. Pacific time tomorrow. So like 15 hours? 15 hours? So yeah. So it's been a good time. I will send you guys over. We're gonna raid Zoran the Wizard. He's playing some Space Marine 2. Because they got some new drops recently. But I will see you guys all tomorrow. It should be a nice long stream. You get to watch some girl failures. I'll learn how to play TTS. But hopefully we have improved if you guys have been watching us recently. So, oh yes, can we get the... Sorry, one of the mods, can you put the raid message in? I will get a command for that done. I will get a command for that. But in the meantime, I will see you all later. I want to end before the ad starts. So I will catch you guys all later. Please do leg day. See you tomorrow.